Good morning to everyone. This is Professor Raju Rolakanti, Department of ECE, St. Peter's Engineering College, an UGC autonomous institution, Hyderabad, India. As I am giving video lectures on the subject probability theory and stochastic processes, the short form of this is PTSP, which is suitable for second year BTech first semester students. We are in Unit 1. Today I am giving lecture 8. So, the series of lectures follows the syllabus that is given by Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University, Hyderabad for BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering students. Coming to the regulations, it is suitable for R18 regulations. That means this syllabus is applicable from 2018 to 19 admitted batch students. This is the subject for second year first semester BTech students. In my college I am teaching this subject to second BTech ECE A, B and C students. Today I want to cover some problems on independent events. In lecture 7 we have discussed what is independent events, the concept and the theory behind independent events. Today I want to share some problems with you. So in this connection I want to do some very important formulas. In these problems we have to catch them, remember them, those formulas. By that you can understand how to tackle the problems in the probability theory, especially on independent events. Coming to the problem number 1, topic is independent events. Let A and B are events in a sample space S, so that if A and B are independent, then so are first A bit, A and B bar are independent, B bit, A bar and B are independent, and C bit, A bar and B bar are independent. So we have to show like this. You see here, this right hand side there is a Venn diagram. By seeing the Venn diagram, what you have to understand is the sample space S is there. In sample space S, there are two sets are there, A and B. They are intersected. Therefore, the shaded region that is horizontally is A intersection B. The shaded region, some slant shaded region is there, that is nothing but A intersection B bar. By seeing this figure, you can understand A intersection B bar union A intersection B is nothing but A. Therefore, we can say that A is equal to A intersection B union A intersection B bar. You see, A intersection B bar is this one, A intersection B is this one, the total is A. Therefore, we can define A is equal to A intersection B union A intersection B bar. This is the first point you have to understand from this diagram. Therefore, we know that A is equal to A intersection B bar union A intersection B, taking probability on both sides. Probability of A is equal to probability of A intersection B bar You see here, whenever union is there, we have to go for plus. Probability of A intersection B bar. Since A and B are independent, you see here, probability of A intersection B bar, I want to take to this side. That means I am sending this to this one, means probability of A minus probability of A intersection B bar. Therefore, probability of A intersection B bar is equal to probability of A minus probability of A intersection B bar. Therefore, here, according to this, we can write probability of A intersection B bar is equal to probability of A and probability of, because both are independent. I want to take here the probability of A is there, probability of A is there. I want to take probability of A common. Therefore, probability of A into 1 minus probability of B. You see here, one more thing I want to tell you here. You see here, probability third one. You see here the third one. What is the concept of third one? You see here, the second concept by axiom 3, probability of A union B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B. That is, I use it here. Moreover, coming to this third one, probability of A bar is equal to 1 minus probability of A. You see here, third one, probability of A bar is equal to 1 minus of probability A. That is a concept. So, by using this concept, I can say 1 minus probability of B, I can write probability of B bar. Therefore, probability of A, probability of B bar. Therefore, probability of A intersection B bar is equal to probability of A to probability. That means A and B bar are independent to each other. You see here, right side, I am saying 1, 2, 3 and 4. Two events A and B are said to be statistically independent if and only if probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A and probability of B. So, the right side, I have given the fundamental things that are required to understand the left side problem. This is the problem A. B. What is B? You see here, A bar and B are independent. We have to show that. So, here A and B bar, here A bar and B. So, I want to interchange. Interchanging A and B in equation, we are going to get probability of A intersection B bar is equal to probability of A, probability of B bar. Therefore, probability of B intersection A bar is equal to probability of B into probability of A bar. I am interchanging, which indicates that A bar and B are independent. We know that, coming to the C bit, according to the, you see here, the De Morgan laws, according to the De Morgan laws, A union B bar is equal to A bar intersection B bar. We know from the set theory, A union B bar is equal to A bar intersection B bar. This is a De Morgan's law. According to that, I can write A bar intersection B bar is equal to A union B bar. Taking the probability of A bar intersection B bar is equal to probability of A union B bar. You see here, what is the formula? Probability of A bar is equal to 1 minus probability of A. This is the formula you have to remember. Probability of A bar is equal to 1 minus probability of A. According to this, probability of A union B bar, this A union B is X. This means X bar, probability of X bar. That means 1 minus probability of X. That means probability of A union B. This is depends on this formula. Again, 1 minus, you see here, probability of A union B. What is the formula for A union B? Probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. You see here, this is the formula. Probability of A union B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Therefore, I want to expand this minus. Therefore, this is a minus, this is minus, this becomes plus. Here you see, this is probability of A. Here also, this we can write probability of A intersection means probability of A, probability of B. You see here 1 minus probability of A. Here I want to take probability of B common. Taking probability of common 1 minus probability. Here 1 minus probability of A, 1 minus probability of I am taking 1 minus probability of A as common. Therefore, we are going to have this one. 1 minus probability of A nothing but probability of A bar. 1 minus of probability B is probability. Therefore, hence A bar and B bar are independent. By seeing this, you can understand that problem. Okay, coming to the second problem, problem number 2. Let A and B be events defined in a sample space S, so that if both probability of A and probability of B are non-zero, then events A and B cannot be both mutually exclusive and independent. You see here, A and B be mutually exclusive events, therefore probability of A is not equal to 0, probability of B not equal to 0. Then probability of A intersection B is equal to pi. We know this because mutually exclusive means this is the thing. Whenever you are getting mutually exclusive events, probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of pi, that is equal to 0. This is the concept of mutually exclusive events. But what is given? Probability of A is not equal to 0, probability of B is not equal to 0, because here both probability of A and probability are non-zero. Therefore, this is true, this is also true. But probability of A and probability of B is not equal to 0. Since probability of A intersection B is not equal to probability of A and probability of B, therefore A and B cannot be independent. Suppose if you want to show they are independent, what you have to show? What is the condition? Suppose any events you have to show they are independent means their intersection, probability of intersection should be the multiplication, but here it is not multiplication. Probability of A intersection B is not equal to probability of A probability. So therefore A and B cannot be independent. Suppose if they want to be independent means intersection should be equal to like this, probability of A intersection B equal to probability of A and B, then only we can say they are independent. But here in this case not equal, therefore we can say these are not independent. Coming to problem 3. So that if 3 events A, B and C are independent, then A and B and C are independent. We have probability of A intersection B union C. So according to the distributive law, probability of A intersection B union A intersection C. Yes, that is the distributive law. Again, probability of A union B means probability of A, probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Similarly, here we can write probability of A intersection B plus probability of A intersection C minus probability of A intersection B intersection C. Here probability of A intersection B can be written as probability of A, probability of B plus probability of A intersection can be written as probability of A, probability of C. Here probability of A intersection B intersection can be written as probability of A, probability of B, probability of C. Coming to the next step, here I want to take probability of B and C as probability of B intersection C. Therefore, you see here probability of A is here, probability of A is here, probability of A is here. I want to take common. Therefore, probability of A is equal to probability of B plus probability of C minus probability of B intersection C. For this purpose only I have converted this here. You see, probability of A into this is probability of B union C. Thus, A and B union C are independent. This is the third problem. Coming to the fourth problem, consider the experiment of throwing two fair dice. Consider the experiment of throwing two pair dice. Let A be the event. What is that event? That the first die is odd. B is the event that the second die is odd. C be the event that the sum is odd. So A, B, C are given. Three events are given. What is the A? First die is odd. What is B? The second die is odd. What is C? Sum is odd. So that events A, B, C are piecewise independent. But A, B and C are not independent. For this you have to understand lot of things here. What you have to understand is no. You see what is the problem here? Consider the experiment of throwing two fair dice. Let A be the event that the sum of the dice is 7. B be the event that the sum of the dice is 6. C be the event that the first dice is 4. This is the problem. So that A and C are independent, but events B and C are not independent. You see here, coming to the solution, A is equal to set of x16. Don't understand this is a 16. The first one is odd means, you see here 1, 6, the dice, sum of the dice is 7. The sum of the dice is 7 means 1, 6 is 7, 2, 5 is 7, 3, 4 is 7, 4, 3 is 7, 5, 2 is 7, 6, 1 is 7. Therefore, we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 events. Coming to B, what is B? The sum of the dice is 6. Therefore, the sum of the dice is 6 means B is equal to x of 1, 5. That is, sum is 6, 2, 4, 6, 3, 3, 6, 4, 2, 6, 5, 1, 6. Therefore, we are having this number of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 events. Coming to C, what is the sum of the dice is 6. Therefore, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, 6. These are the possibilities. Therefore, you see A and C, what are the intersection you see here? A and C only 4, 3 and 4, 3 are, this is underlined, 4, 3 and 4, 3 are intersection. Therefore, A intersection C is x 4, 3. B intersection C is rounded ones, you see rounded 4, 2. Therefore, what is the probability of A? That is 6 by 36. These are the 6 divided by total 36. That is equal to 1 by 6. Probability of B is 5 by 36. Probability of C is 6 by 36, that is 1 by 6. And probability of A intersection C is equal to 1 by 36. That is equal to probability of A and probability by observing. probability of A multiplied probability of C, we are getting 1 by 36. Thus A and C are independent, but probability of B intersection C is equal to 1 by 36, but product of probability of B and probability of C is not 1 by 36. 5 into 1 by 36 into C. It is not equal to 1 by 36. Thus events B and C are not independent. Just slowly try to understand this problem. Coming to the problem 5. In the experiment of following two paired dice, let A be the event that the first die is odd, B the event that the second die is odd, C be the event that the sum is odd, so that events A, B, C are pairwise independent, but A, B, C are not independent. Coming to the solution, probability of A is equal to probability of B is equal to probability of C is equal to 18 by 36. How this 18 by 36 comes, you try to understand here. What is the thing? The first one die is odd means, suppose these are all possibles, 1 6 2 6 3 6, these are all possible things, but the first die is odd means, first one means odd means 1, you take 1 1 1 2 1 3 1 4 1 5 1 6 like that. The first one is odd, so these are the 1 6 3 is odd 6, 5 is odd 6, therefore total 18 things are coming out of the 36. Therefore probability of A is 18 by 36. Probability of B, second dice is odd, the same thing comes, that is 18 by 36. Probability of C, sum is odd, this is also 18 by 36. Therefore probability of A is equal to probability of B is equal to probability of C is equal to 18 by 36, that is equal to 1 by 2. Coming to probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A intersection C is equal to probability of B intersection is equal to 9 by 36. Therefore 1 by 4. Probability of A intersection B is 1 by 4, that is equal to probability of A and probability of B. Probability of A intersection is also 1 by 4. Probability of A, probability of B. Multiplication, we know this. Probability of B intersection is 1 by 4, that is equal to probability of probability C. Therefore these are correct, which indicates that A, B, C are pairwise independent. However, since the sum of the two odd numbers is even, A intersection B intersection is equal to 5 and probability of A intersection B intersection is equal to 0, that is not equal to 1 by 8, that is equal to probability of A, probability of B, probability of C, which shows that A, B and C are not independent. You have to understand all those things. You see here, probability of A, probability of B, probability of C, 18 by 36. Probability of A intersection B, that is equal to probability of A intersection C, that is equal to probability of B intersection C is equal to 9 by 36, 1 by 4. Therefore this intersection is equal to 1 by 4, we can say that multiplication, probability of A to probability of B, therefore which indicates that A, B, C are pairwise, however independent those are. However, since the sum of the two odd numbers is even, A intersection B intersection is not equal to 5 and probability of A intersection B intersection is equal to 0, that is not equal to 8, that is equal to probability of A, probability C, which shows that A, B, C are not independent. So this is the space you have to understand that problem. Thank you.